there, this is Theresa, and I'm having a fun day crafting here in my craft room, and I hope that you're having a fun day crafting somewhere too. And if you're not crafting, that it's just a fun day. So today's video is titled Craft With Me Gel Prints Galore. I hope everybody is having a great Saturday, and as you already can tell, I am. Last night I had a great time making gel prints. It was gel prints galore. So in front of you here you can see 3 tags, 4 with this one. This is a mini tag. And this is part of a challenge, Junk Journal September, in the Junk Journal Junction Facebook group. Sometimes I have to talk slow because I need to let my brain catch up with my mouth, or vice versa. But at the same time, I got to use some of my gel prints. I made a lot. There was a lot more. And I also got to grunge it out today. Because grunge things, tags, and that sort of thing are going to be ideal for my grunge collab that I'm doing. And I'm just reaching for the journal. So many things laying around. So this is the journal without the covers, and like I said in the last video, it's going to need some bigger discs so that I can fit some more stuff in, like this fun stuff. And I still haven't worked on the covers. The covers are going to have this on them. So like this piece would go like that. I just love this piece. It's old tapestry. So I'm going to have a lot of fun putting that on the front and back. And then on the inside, it's going to have, I'll be taking this piece off. I'll take it off, and then I'll put this down. This is canvas fabric, and then I'll put this piece back on. So I'll put this on the inside of the front and the inside of the back. Alright, move all this back out of my way. I'm really utilizing my floor a lot. I'm not using my mic today, and the air conditioning is on, so I hope that my audio is good, but wanted to get started, and my iPad wasn't charged up enough to do this without plugging it in, and the plug-in for the power is the same plug-in that I would use for the receptor for the mic, so no mic. Okay. I was saying that the plug-in for the iPad is the same plug-in for the mic, so no mic. I forgot I still had that image up there. Okay. And I don't even remember if I had the image up when I was showing this. But this could go in this pocket for this tag, or don't need my mouse anymore. Or I initially intended for this to be a pocket on a tag, or yeah, pretty much it will be on a tag, because these are going to go into a tag journal. Unless these go into my my Grunge collab journal, which is called Grungy Times. Okay, so for now I'm just keeping that right there so I don't lose it, but I had a lot of fun with these. This was made with watercolor paper that I did a gel print on, and then I used Tim Holtz spritz to get it sparkly like that. And then I used my circle gel plate for some of these, and those I made into hearts, or I made them into circles. This was a circle, and then I made it into my idea of a flower. This circle, okay, this is a funny story, and I gotta get my junk journal out for this story. So I was walking across my craft room office, and I saw something laying on the floor. And the something that was laying on the floor, where is it? Was this. And I picked it up and I took it over to my husband and I said, where did this come from? And he said, oh, blah, blah, blah. So in days past, before he knew me, he used to go to motorcycle rallies with, let's see, CMS, Christian Motorcycle, CMA, Christian Motorcycle Association. And one of the things that they did as part of their ministry is they would take things like this and put them into packs and give them out to ladies that would come by, because at that time a lot of the rallies had a lot of the outlaw motorcycle groups, and some of the gals that rode on the back were very submissive, and just, you know, if the guy said jump on and she doesn't have time to pack necessities, then so be it. That's how it was, and that's how my husband explained it to me. So anyways, this, I said, oh, okay. First of all, I asked him, I said, since when did you start wearing makeup? And then he told me that whole story. But so I went and, you know, changed this around, made it a side pocket for my journal, my junk journal, because just about everything in here is junk. If there's a digital in here, they are few and far between. I'm not even finding one during this quick flip through. So I'm still working on this. I'm still having a lot of fun with it. It is, a lot of it is gel printing or mixed media. This is a wet strength tissue paper that I gel printed, and then this is an uptuck. Yeah, I'm getting carried away, and I'm going off script. This is not what I was going to talk about. Okay, get out of my way. I've just been having so much fun. It's all so much fun. But anyways, this is the makeup remover. It was all dry because the thing was super old, and I gel printed on it. Some of the circles, whoops, I already glued these two together. This is another part of that makeup remover thing. And then this is one of the squares, well, one of the circles. I folded it in half and cut it into a heart. What else do I have? Here's a couple more circles. All of these were done with wet strength tissue paper. And here's one more circle that I sewed in half. And while I was sewing it, I tried to ruffle it. I was trying to make a ruffle, but I thought it might go cute on this one to add to the flower, but I haven't quite decided yet what I want to do with that. So there's all of those, and I want to show you one other thing. I was cleaning off my brayer, and this just started to come off, and it's black down here, so I don't know, I don't think that came off of my brayer. And I'm like, did I ruin my brayer? Or did it just come off? I don't know. But anyways, I thought that might at some point look kind of cool on something, but I haven't decided what yet. So this one is nowhere, has no intention of pulling off like the other one did. So I don't know how that happened. That was kind of interesting. Okay, we're gonna move these out of the way. We're not gonna talk about these anymore. And this is some of the watercolor paper that I made a gel print, and I made this one, this tag with this. But this was one of my favorite gel prints that I did last night. But interestingly enough, I mean, I just love this, but this is actually, this is a wet strength tissue paper gel print that I covered a Tim Holtz type tag with. And I just love this stuff right here. I just think that looks really cool. Okay. We're going to look at some more because I want to. This is wet strength tissue paper, and I love the lines in it. That's going to make a really fun something or other. You can make pages with these because this wet strength tissue paper is pretty easy to write on with an ink pen. This is a piece of watercolor. This is packing paper from Amazon, and I just really like the way the colors came out with the black and the white and the green, different hues of green. So that one, what I will do with that is I'm going to tear that down. And this is definitely going to be a page. Some of this fun stuff at the end. Nope, that's not gonna work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my deco scissors to cut this. I will fold in half, and if it ends up being too wide, for a journal, then I will come back and I will make a flip. Make a flip this way. That will be fun. And then this can be writing space. Sky's the limit. So this will be a great page for a journal that I actually had planned in my mind earlier today. I'm really excited about the idea that I have for a new planner. Another page. We don't often hear about pre-planning pages or pre-making pages, but that's a good idea, and it's a lot of fun too to have pages ready for when you're getting ready to make a journal. Going to be for a grunge planner that I designed in my mind today. I'm going to hold on to these strips. Love that one. Goodness. All right, where are we at now? Show all these. Just want you to see why I said gel prints galore. Okay, these are the rest of them. This was one of my favorites, but it tore right here and it tore right here, but that's okay. I can do something with it, and it still is one of my favorites. This one, I tried to do some images of some dried flowers. This was a big dried flower, and then a couple leaves and a little something there. This one still has a little bit of that dried flower on it. I'm not sure how I got this one. Looks like flowers to me. I mean, that wasn't intentional, I'm sure, but this has some real potential to it. I really like what that did. This was done with burlap right here. I like that a lot. Some very small circles, but I don't think you can see it. This is tea paper, light paper. This was done on, as well as this. This has some interesting coloring in it. This looks like a cliff. Or a dark hillside. Here's some more packing paper. There's a lot of the dried gunk from the edges of the gel plate, and that's a lot of fun to get on your prints sometimes. Not all the time, but it's fun. I did both sides sometimes. So this would make a great page. A lot more to it so that I'll be happy with it, but that's what's nice about doing both sides, is they're good for pages. It's got a bunch of bits on it, a bit much. That's some texture for you though. More watercolor paper. It's got some dried flour on it still. I'm going to have to make digitals of these. I think these would make great digitals. This one's fun. It has, I think, okay, it has a lot of texture to it, and I think this is one I did with a piece of denim material from a denim skirt. You can see a little bit of the pocket. It didn't happen as well as I would have liked it to, and this is on cardstock. This is on very vanilla cardstock. There's one of these others. I forget if I showed that side. That shows the leaves better a little bit. Not as much as I was trying for. I know I tried to do denim on some of these others, but it just did not work, unfortunately. That might be how I got some of this. Maybe this might have been from denim, actually. This one was from different things. A little plastic container that I laid down, and I can't remember, it was a bunch of different things. So that is from my gel printing extravaganza. Hi Adria. Hi Casey. No, I'm showing what I did last night. So, nope, not currently. I've been busy making things with my gel prints. So these are all from last night. And all of these are from last night. Whoops, not that. So that's what I'm doing. So I just went through a flip through of all the gel prints that I did last night, and that's all I've got for today. Yep. So actually I'm ready to sign off, and I think the next thing I'm going to do, because I'm not done crafting today, is I'm going to cover my covers for my disc-bound Grunge journal. I just feel kind of bad that I'm signing off just as people join, so that's why I'm kind of him on. But this is my Grunge journal that's disc bound. I need to put in bigger discs because it got really chunky, and what the heck, I'll just do a quick flip through of this. So this has a lot of tags in it, and this was done with Crafty Cat's Grunge, well, kind of, I guess I should say her Grunge line, and those will be, I was just reading the chat, those will be listed in the description, especially in yesterday's video, they're all listed. Oops, that's coming up, I'm going to have to take care of that. But I'll just do a quick flip through of this, and then I'll get busy on doing the cover for this. I use mica for these windows. Makes them kind of look cracked. I love this truck. I'm gonna get 6 more of these. I have 6, and so this will be a year planner, not a monthly. Trying to get hold of this and look to make sure that it's in frame at the same time. A belly band, and this is, I call this an ephemera tag because it has little pieces of ephemera that I'll just tear off once I'm ready to start turning this into a planner. And then this is just an ephemera sheet. Oh, it's sticking. Something's catching it. This one. Anyways, I'll tear these off as I'm ready to use them for my planner. This is a journal card covered with fabric netting. Is that what you call that? Oh, I wish I would have done it that way, darn it. I like it better that way. Those are flowered. Oh, wished I wouldn't have seen that. That's the first time I finally saw that. I'm going to reinforce some of these pages too. Oh, I already pulled that out. Never mind. This is piano roll paper, and then some fabric, and then a digital with the word memories embossed in white embossing powder. And these are CD envelopes that were part of the ephemera kit for one of these kits. and I use little tiny paper clips to keep them from moving around. This one was done with mica, and it's just ready to have something put in there. I glued the image on the front. And this one was done with vellum. Thanks, Adria. But I don't like the vellum as much as I like the mica. So I always say that I'm an idea person. So even though this is an idea, it doesn't mean it's always going to be a wow idea. So I don't mind that I do things that I don't really love, because I still, when I do videos, I show people what it looks like, and then they can decide as to if they think it's a good idea or it's something they want to do. So this one, it has beautiful paper in the background, and then it has this cabinet card as a journal card. And so then I did two very big, thick belly bands for these to fit into. This is just a side pocket. And then this is some paper from that what's it called, Making and Creating subscription. If you watch 49 Dragonflies, she talks about the subscription, and she makes a lot of her digitals from that subscription, because when you buy a monthly or yearly, or like mine's a lifetime subscription, then you are also given a license to use the images to make digitals with. So I haven't done a lot of work back towards this side of it, because you know it's gotten too fat for these discs. But this is a pocket on a piece of fabric that was inked with that denim distress ink. Bye, Adria. Thanks for stopping by. This is more from that Making and Creating. It's a grunge kit. I love this paper. This is from Amy with Crafty Cat. And then this is a top tuck angle pocket that I made with some old book pages, and I just cut a bunch of circles out and glued them together. And then this is just a piece of scrap that I had hanging out, and I like it because it does that. So I haven't decided what to do with it yet. Yep, so that's the last of it. Now I think I already showed it, but I'm going to take this fabric . Oops, that's the wrong side. So I don't think I'm going to worry about making that straight, because this is grunge. And I haven't decided yet whether I think I like that hanging out. I do like it. Never mind, I looked and I like it. Creations from Italy. And so I think she pulled it off of a old piece of furniture, or somebody did, and then she took it home and washed it and put it in her Etsy store. I love to keep these little strings. I don't think I want that to hang off on the bottom, so I'm going to trim that a little bit. On scissors. Hi Jen, thanks for joining. You all must have put the bell on to catch me. I always tell people to do that because I don't schedule my videos, and I do always go live because I'm lazy and I don't like to. First of all, I don't know how to edit, and secondly, when you record it and then upload it, it takes a long time. So live is just lickety split. What kind of invoices are you working on, Jen? See a lot more blunders with live videos, but I'm not a professional, and I don't have anything to sell, so I really don't care if you know, I'm politically correct or I have different opinions than other people, and they find out about it because I'm doing a live and I'm just chatting my head off and not thinking about you know, sharing that I love Jesus or whatever else I may decide to share about at the time. So I'm pretty free to do videos as I like and not have to worry about editing content. Oh, so you've been shopping, Jen. Nice. So I have finally put myself on an extreme budget for shopping for fun stuff like craft supplies. Not because I can't afford it, but because I'm gonna let that piece dry for a while. But because I'm a full-time RVer, and I don't have a lot of space for stuff. Now I have to be mindful of how I do this one because I'm going to put canvas fabric on the inside, and this is the inside front of the cover, but I'm going to take this off and put the canvas down, and then I'm going to put this back on. I haven't done that yet because I'm afraid what's going to happen when I try to do that. Gold, I guess that's a rose. It's really super pretty. Whoops, sorry, just hit the camera. Another blooper. We're going on year, I think we're going on year 3. I might be wrong. So actually 1, 2, well, we're going on our 3rd winter. So the first winter we stayed in Idaho, and my husband has a lot of health issues, and so it was really difficult for him. I have no guide to what I'm doing. And so the next winter we decided to go to Arizona. Plus he wanted to get dentures in Mexico. So a lot of people go to Yuma, Arizona, and then cross the border during the day and get dental work. I don't know if you guys already know about that, but anyways, we just had learned about it and thought that was a good idea. So he got a complete set of dentures, which was cool. Now he's got a beautiful smile. I'll be next, but I don't want dentures. I think I want implants. And I'm procrastinating because I don't like going to the doctor. My goodness. Hi, Leah. Wow, you guys just joined yesterday or just found out about my, I think 2 people from last night subscribed. I know you did, Casey. When I started my YouTube channel, the settings had me as anonymous or hidden or whatever it is. And so when I subscribe, you guys can't see me. And I've just never bothered to change the setting. But I was able to see that Casey and who was the other person? Shannon subscribed to me last night. So thanks, Casey. So I'm doing it this way. I want it this way. I don't want it to be perfect. That's why I put the gesso down first, because I didn't want to have to be worried about trying to cut this piece of upholstery perfect. I wanted it to look grungy and old and vintage and junk journaling. trying not to get this over too far because I'm afraid that'll interfere with the discs. And I like that when I look on the inside, there's going to be, this is going to show on the other side. So, now for the moment of truth. I like to use my bone folder to try and take things off. I guess I don't really care if I mess up this envelope, but if I don't get it off in one piece, it'll be hard to try and pull the different scraps up. I did this time, Jen. This is the first time that I've done this. Because what happened was I joined this, well, I wanted to participate with this grunge collab that Amy at Crafty Cat and Carol Laws were doing. And it was, you know, halfway, or they were almost done or something like that. So I decided to go with this type of binding because I thought it would be fast to catch up, or to not finish way after they've finished. Fortunately, it looks like I used Fabri-Tac for this, so it's coming up pretty easily. That's very cool. Wow, look at that. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, now this is still very sticky, so put that over there where it's out of the way and isn't going to cause any harm. So now I'm going to take this. Is really cool. I feel like I want to get that on there. Okay. I didn't gesso this side, so I'm trying to think if that's going to bother me or not. So usually people don't ask me, Casey, and for the same reason as what you just said. I have what's called, and it does not bother me if somebody were to ask me, but it's kind of like, you know, if you saw somebody in a wheelchair, or I'm even like maybe with Down syndrome or something, you know, you'd be really hesitant and embarrassed to ask somebody, oh, what is your ailment or your disability or whatever you want to call it, because you're afraid that you would offend them. It doesn't offend me. So I'm curious as a cat as well. So I'm all, heck, you know, like somebody will say something, I'll think in my head, oh, I wonder where they work at. I wonder what they do for a living, you know, and something like that. So I'm a very curious person too. But the answer is I have familiar trimmers, and I recently bought this weighted glove. I've had it for about 2 weeks now, and it's supposed to put weight on my hand to keep me from shaking, because sometimes in the morning especially I'll be typing for work, and I just keep making mistakes because of the trimmers. But that's what it is familiar trimmers. And my doctor said a long time ago, I hardly ever go to a doctor, so I haven't had any updated information, but that when it's hereditary, like my grandmother used to hold her hand like this to be able to paint oil paintings. And so I definitely got it from her. I can see it in my kids. My second son has it as bad as I do, so it doesn't just happen at an older age. It happens even younger. My kids were the ones that it, what's that word? Revealed itself in them happened as young adults, and it happened for me as a young adult too. Just not as bad. It gets worse with age, but it also gets worse with not eating, or like if I garden, I don't garden anymore at all because my hands get so shaky afterwards. I can't do anything. There was a long, drawn-out explanation for your question. So when it's not hereditary, then they call them essential tremors, is what I'm told. Yep, it's funny. Some people will comment on one of my videos and say, "Oh, hun, you don't have to be nervous," and I just laugh. Trust me, I'm not nervous. This is really crooked. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Yeah, I think this stuff will fray, so I'll like it. Oh, must have been this side. I think what I'm going to do for this too is I'm going to sew around this before I glue it on here. No, it's got to be that way. And I wouldn't be able to sew it on this because, sure thing. Just read in the chat. Okay, so about that much more has to come off of there. I don't think this tears. No, it's way too thick. Because I can't do things perfectly, junk journaling is great for me. I guess it doesn't matter which side I put that on. No, I like that side better. Okay, that's better. Then I have to cut that much off. And I am going to gesso this other side. I just decided I'm going to be in procrastination mode until I make the decision and do it. when it's gessoed, it will look better. Won't have the new from the Happy Planner. Ooh, that would make something fun. I need to save those. With those. Okay. And it's not going to look a lot different. I should have done this before I put the fabric on, I can tell that. So I'm thinking about, where is it? Then after I get it spread out as much as I think I can with this spatula thing, then I have fun and get my fingers in it. Thanks, Jen. Get off of there. Okay, that looks better than just pure white. down when to go. I don't know why I'm being so careful to get the stuff in the middle. It just hit me that the fabric's going to be covering everything in the middle. Duh. Else that I just thought of in regards to the tremors is that I think sometimes people wonder if it has anything to do with Parkinson's, and of course nobody wants to talk about Parkinson's because that can get really be a bummer. So as far as that, I'm told it's not Parkinson's, and it never turned out to be Parkinson's for my grandmother as far as I know. But I went into the service and after I graduated high school, and so I was away from her, and I didn't always know about what she was going through. Now that's all dry. That's not good. That needs more. And that's not good. Okay, now I have to wait for that to dry, and I have to cut another piece of canvas and glue those in, and I'll do those off camera. And oh my goodness, I've been here for an hour and 5 minutes, so it's time to sign off and say goodbye. And thanks a lot, you guys, for joining me and hanging out. I have never had as many as 8 people watching me on one of my videos before. So I'm just a small timer, but that's kind of cool. Okay, you all have a good rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you on your channel or see you back here.